Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakadash. That one to the apostles and elders of great millstone of Jesus is truth, peace and blessings to hope like to Israel and Shalom. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Foundation Hebrew. Bahashim is the name. Yahushai is the name of the unbegotten Son. Back on lesson, and today, going to be going to the technological advances that these elders have been making, ultimately leading up in preparing and conditioning the people for this beast system, this MOTB that they're trying to implement and push out. As you see with the apps that they have, slowly moving to a more digitized system. As you see with MasterCard, making to where you can scan your face and pay. By the way, of that, Amazon One, where you can scan with the palm of your hand. These other phone apps where you can just pay with your phone and walk out the store. So you see they're slowly starting to pull away from this paper dollar and move to a more digitized system once again. So gonna get two quick videos just going into technology and ultimately once again how they're conditioning and preparing the people for the MOTB. You'll see the so-called benefits, the incentives of taking it, and how it would be much more beneficial and easier and simpler of just getting the Neuralink or the Karagma in the hand. So two quick videos, and we'll jump to the scriptures and Lord's help us, and we'll keep it short.
The HoloLens as my library computer.
So you see a lot of people, see the benefits of this. Oh, I don't have to bring my whole laptop. I don't have to carry a book bag anymore. Especially when the Neuralink gets implemented, a lot of people are going to see this headset as, basically worthless, man. And how it would be more beneficial and more easier to just take the Neuralink instead of having this, big thing on your head.
Using the HoloLens as my library computer.
Because there also came out, a few articles in Neuralink of how you're going to be able to basically surf the web, by the way, your brain, also just play music within your brain. So a lot of people are going to hop on board with that. I don't have to wear headphones anymore. I don't have to carry a laptop. I don't have to carry a phone. So a lot of people will be incentive to see the benefits in these so-called, incentives, taking it, especially with the miracles that they'll be performing on the left-hand side, by the way, the technology. Just look at this.
Using the
with especially, I believe, Elon Musk is trying to get human trials done, or, testing on people, which they have been doing, trials on monkeys and all these different animals, and which, let's go into how they've admitted to basically killing these monkeys that have been, getting tested on, man. And you know how wicked these devils are, how they're going to try to use the Neuralink to its utmost extent, what can kill the monkey, what can basically stop its brain from functioning, what can control it. Show you how wicked these devils are and what they're trying to do to you. You're going to become, especially with this juice, man, and that going hand in hand with this MOTB that they're trying to implement. You don't know what you're going to become when you fully take that, man. A lifeless zombie, a cyborg, But let's continue on the next video, and we'll jump to the scriptures. Because you also see certain locations, what's the word I'm looking for? Certain establishments, for lack of better words, in certain places, having basically things that more lead to and what's the word I'm looking for? Push towards a more digitized system, for lack of a better word. I'm trying to find the better words to use, but I see with Disney World right here, they have a system where you can just scan. I believe they give you a watch or a wristband to where you just tap your wrist next to the scanner, and then you have to use your fingerprint, which we'll play it real quick, and then we'll speak on it. So you obviously see, which you see certain business motels to where you have your card where you just tap it, especially with certain places where people work, have to tap a card just to get in the door. So a lot of people see the benefits of this and how easier it will be. I don't have to pull my wallet to pull up my card. I don't have to carry it on my neck anymore. This and that. Especially doing all this just to get in. I can just tap my hand, tap it, and I can get right in. So you see these certain locations moving to a more digitized system, moving to a more digital way of things, for lack of better words. So you see once again how the conditioning and preparing the people for this beast system. It's like if I kind of go back to a few points I made, but gotta get that point across. You still have people that don't understand it, man. But 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11, the Satan should get advantage for an ignorant of his devices. So we see what he's trying to do. We see what his plans are, and what he's doing. You see with the technology that he's ushering out with these VR headsets, especially with this headset that they have,
Using the
to where you can pull a literal, basically a hologram right in front of you, a digital screen, without anybody seeing it, right? And to where you don't have to pull out a full laptop and all that, man. So a lot of people are gonna hop on board with this, especially once they see the so-called benefits of taking the Neuralink, and especially the MOTB, to where you don't even have your phone on you anymore. You don't have to carry laptops. You don't have to carry anything on you anymore, since it will all be in that Karagma. Especially the miracles that they're going to be performing on the left-hand side by the way of technology, man. People that can walk, be able to walk again, and all that, man. But one more time, lest Satan should get an advantage of us for it. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us for we're not ignorant of his devices. So we see right through his plans and what he's trying to do. I made a lesson going to that one gas station that had basically they weren't accepting any cash, so they only accepted card and all that. So you see certain locations in certain places trying to do away with the paper dollar and trying to move to a more digitized system, which is ultimately what they want. You're using Russia as the face of ultimately the big bad wolf to do these things and basically not catch anybody's eye, looking towards them while they're doing these things, while they're crashing this economy themselves, man, which is what they want. But look at Revelation 13:16-17. If you don't know the scripture already, you should know it by now. And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand or in their foreheads. And when you go into the word mark, it goes into the word karagma, which goes into the word etch, scratching. So showing you it's a physical mark, not a spiritual mark. Because you have all these other Israelite camps that like to push that the mark is spiritual. That you can go to a Walmart, your supermarket, and say that you're a Christian and, walk out with a flat screen TV. That's not how it works, man. It's a physical mark. It also goes into branding, also. Just like how, you brand a cow, is what these devils are trying to do to you. And people just think, it's the future. There's just more benefits to it. It's going to help us. Dude, you'll be destroyed for taking it, man. And a lot of people are going to bend the knee into that pressure that's going to be instilled upon them. Because pretty soon you won't be able to buy anything without it. You won't be able to do anything without it, man. You won't be able to live a so-called normal life without this MOTB. But that's how we're going to be tried and how we are going to be tested. Which you'll see in the 17th verse. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark of the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you won't be able to buy or sell without it. You're going to be outcasts if you don't take it, But once again, this is where our faith will be put online and how we will be tested. And you're going to have a lot of people, especially a lot of Israelites, bending the knee and taking the MOTB. Because you have a lot of people that have families to take care of. They have to put food on the table. You're going to have maybe your woman telling you all the kids are hungry, they're crying. We need something to eat. A lot of them are going to feel that pressure, man. But are you willing to wait upon Yahweh? Should I go a few days without food? Because most of the scripts go into how the Lord can protect and take care of his elect in these times, man. And you got to truly believe and have faith in the Lord, man. Scripture's going to tell you can't please the Lord without faith. But it says to receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead, which you also see Elon Musk creating that Neuralink, as I just went into earlier, those trials tests that he's running, and also trying to do human tests. Let's get Daniel 12:4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And knowledge has definitely been increased, man. I'm looking at these advances that those have made, especially with these robots, these killer drones, your robots that can shoot with 100% accuracy. These new missiles that they have been creating that goes faster, nearly than jets, Especially those that are in this truth, having a better understanding of the scriptures, and to be able to go into basically deeper breakdowns, for lack of better words. let's get these last few scripts I got, and we'll close out. I want to keep it short. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan. So it's talking about Esau Edom. With all power and signs and lying wonders. And going back to what I was saying earlier about how you're going to see a lot of people seeing the benefits, the so-called incentives of taking it. Because you're going to have a lot of people being deceived by these things, man. Because you have a lot of people being, that were paralyzed, being able to walk again. People that couldn't see, people that were blind, be able to see again. You know, because you have a lot of people that are taking part in these surgeries and, you know, wanting to do anything that they can to be able to walk again, to see, and to be able to live a so-called normal life. And a lot of people are going to hop on board with this, man. You know? But one more time. Even him who's coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Because if you take this charagma, you will be destroyed. There's no if, buts about it, man. But Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept order my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So those of us that wait upon the Lord remain faithful and continue to believe upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. The Lord gives us that strength and the spirit to endure these times to come, especially to reject that charagma, man. Because once again, it's going to be tough, man. You have a lot of people without food. You know, that pressure is going to be instilled, man. So y'all that don't have a strong foundation with Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, that are not built up well in the spirit, you're going to have a tough time in these times to come, man. And right now, we're going through a practice run right now, man. Especially with the juices, the mandates that they have, the restrictions that they have implemented. This is not but a practice run for the true test to come, man. You have a lot of people that have already bent the knee and taken the juice. You know? So it makes you think that you're going to be even better off when the MOTB is fully mandated and pushed, man. These last two skips, Revelation 2 and 10. It says, fear no things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison that ye may be tried. So showing you this test, these things that we're about to go through is not going to be easy, man. You know, it's not something that you just, you know, we're talking about this too. It's not something you just join and being part of and think that this walk is going to be easy. We are going to be put to the test, man. And that's why Yahweh B'Shem has been putting us through these things that we have been going through on our walk in this faith, man. To build us up so we're able to endure these times, man. These tests, these trials and tribulations that we go through. But room time for no things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast you into prison that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days, which go into a certain period of time. Because if you deny this MOTB, you deny this beast system, and you don't bend the knee, and you stand against this beast system, we're going to be demonized, called terrorists, called criminals, and all that. Prison back to John chapter 14. You know, how we're going to be hated by the world. You know? But what's going to have a lot of people that's going to bend the knee and give into that pressure, man. As I said earlier, you have a lot of people that has, you know, families to take care of, and you put food on the table. You have kids crying. You're going to have, you know, your woman telling you that the kids are hungry. You got to get some food. Put your faith and trust in the Lord, man. Going back to Isaiah, the 30th chapter, how you're going to have a lot of people putting their faith and trust in this devil and this wicked kingdom as if they're trying to protect you and you know, do good by you when they're not. But then ye have tribulation 10 days, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So remain faithful and continue to endure the affliction, and will receive that crown of life, salvation, you know, deliverance, man. Matthew 24 and 24. It says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, which we are seeing now, many false prophets leading our people astray. But then shall show great signs and wonders. You also have the devils, once again, I said earlier, going to be performing those miracles by the way of the technology on the left-hand side. As we just read earlier, you know, signs and lying wonders. And shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. But it's not possible to deceive the elect. But I said earlier, you have a lot of people that can be deceived and led astray by these things. You know, they're going to see the so-called benefits, the incentives of taking it. You know, and willing to do anything to be able to walk or to see again. And instead of putting their faith and trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, man. You know, and Scripture's going to how we're going to receive something much better, man. Those new bodies, spiritual power, and all that, man. But y'all are going to believe in this devil rather than Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. You're going to get what's coming to you, man. This is Isaiah 10 and 20. But it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them. So once this devil fully mandates and pushes out this MOTB, the charagma, that's when we're going to take a step back and rely fully upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. So of course, right now we got to be wise. We're still in captivity. We still got to rely on this devil. We still got to go to your job. Still got to get the check to pay bills, to put food on the table. But once this devil fully mandates this and tightens those restrictions to its utmost extent, you're going to rely fully upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, as it says right here. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel, and such as are escaped the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. So once again, put your faith and trust in the Lord, man. As it's going to, better put confidence. Let's get that real quick. But Psalms 118:8, close out with this. It says, it's better to trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai than to put confidence in man. So put your faith, your trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, not in these devils that have no means to do good by you, man. Multiple keeps going to tell the devils a liar. Psalm 58:3, Psalm 5:21. In the book of Sirach, how you never trust an enemy. So pretty much the main point, ultimately make a lesson going to this technology that he has, and ultimately what it's leading up to, and how they're conditioning and preparing the people for this beast system. So if you have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, we see and we understand what's going on. And once again, call Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai for giving us the understanding to see these things and be able to break down and to understand these scriptures. But I do want to close out. I want to give all praises, all and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kakadash, that one of the apostles, and else great Muslim teaching us the truth. Peace and blessing to all like Israel, and Shalom. I do want to close out with going to be posting on my second channel for now. Got to distract my main channel, so going to be posting here for now. So, but either way, Shalom.